As you can see, this is a very rural part of the country. I'm Jannet Walsh from Murdock, Minnesota. Right now, I'm at Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Murdock. This is really the hub or epicenter of our family. My family was part of a Catholic colonization in the late 1800s. Originally, my family lived in the DeGraff area, and then they eventually bought a home here in Murdock, where we've been for the last 90 years. I remember at my father's funeral, he was Martin Walsh, Jr., thinking how beautiful this church was and how much I'd like to be a part of it. I had no idea that in a short time after that, in 2010, I would be moving to Murdock, Minnesota, now a population of 278 people. In 2010, I had to make a decision. I was living and working in Florida. I had a great job working at a regional workforce board called Workforce Connection in Ocala, Florida. There I did public relations and media relations and many things. But my mother was in one nursing home and my aunt was in another, and I needed to come home, meaning I needed to come back to Minnesota. So I made the decision to resign from my job and load all my things up and come home to Minnesota to be able to be with my mother before she passed away. She died in October of 2011. She had suffered a stroke, and I needed to come home so I could be with her. And my Aunt Margaret no longer could live alone. And they were both, amazingly, their names are Margaret Walsh. So maybe the most difficult part of moving back to rural Minnesota is finding work. Amazingly, very quickly after I moved back to Minnesota, I got a job. I started working at a local newspaper, and that went pretty good, well, until I was laid off. Now, the only good part about being laid off was that I was able to be at my mother's side for most of the time before she died. And what do I like most about being back home in Minnesota or living in a rural setting? Well, many of the people around Murdock I'm related to. I remember right after I came back to Minnesota, this big man came up to me at the gas station. Well, there only is one gas station in Murdock, Dooley's. And he said, "Do you know who I am?" I said, "No." "Well, I know who you are. I'm your second cousin." Well, I have many cousins here.